Hey, welcome to an episode of Chaz Beer Reviews. Trying a little slightly different setup this time. Hopefully it comes out okay. Cold Brew Coffee Pumpkin Nitro Imperial Pumpkin Ale, 8.6% ABV. Pretty cool can. Let's bring up the website here. So this is straight off Southern Tier website. 8.6 ABV. We already knew that. Deep copper color, 30 IBUs. They're saying medium body. They even mentioned about cellaring there. Fermentation, ale yeast, 2 types of malt, 2 types of hops. Well, first of all, those are ingredients, not fermentation. And also be nice if they said what types of malt and hops they use. So yeah, you can see it's the Guinness effect, the cascading. See how it's very hazy at the top, but it's starting to clear on the bottom. So if we give this a few minutes, it should clear right up. In fact, it's starting to clear already. All right, I will be right back in a snap. Terrible snap. All right, so our Pumking cold brewed coffee has settled down in the glass. Let's give it a whiff. I will say I get Pumking first and foremost. I will say that. It does not smell like coffee plus pumpkin. It's the other way around. Classic, pumpkin puree smell. You get a little bit of the cinnamon, the ginger, the nutmeg, whatever spices or seasonings they're using. And then the coffee adds, a little bit of like a roasty character. Yeah, so to me it just smells kind of like regular pumpkin, like with this bonus coffee sensation in the background. As far as picking up like individual malts and hops, it's really difficult because you might even go as far as to say that this is like a FMB or borderline FMB because it's on nitro and they're adding this cold brew coffee thing. So yeah, smells really good. Appearance, I mean, you saw it on camera. The color is actually kind of ugly. It looks like dark orange or brown on camera. I'd call it's kind of like a rust color, a little hazy, but otherwise good looking beer. Let's see if it tastes good. We're gonna give it a try. Cheers. Well, I really love Pumking, and like there's all these variations like the Warlock and the coffee and all that stuff. And what's nice is that this does taste like Pumking. It's that like the pumpkin pie filling, which is basically just, pumpkin puree that you would get in a can, plus like the cinnamon graham cracker crust flavor. And the coffee really doesn't come in until the end. Actually, it just pretty much emerges on the aftertaste. So it's kind of like if you're actually tomorrow at Thanksgiving when you have your pumpkin pie and you might have a cup of coffee right next to it. So it's like if you took a piece of pie and then took a sip of coffee, basically the same kind of sensation. It's interesting because it's a combination of both that sweet pumpkin flavor, but at the same time, the coffee is adding a bitterness to it and a little bit of like roastiness to it. I think the Warlock is a little bit more roasty than this. Although I would say I kind of like this flavor better than a Warlock. And because they put it on nitro, obviously one of the first things you notice about it is the mouthfeel. It is much like Guinness and other nitro beers, just super creamy, super smooth. Although I will say that they were right on the website. They said medium body. Like Guinness and other beers, like on nitro, it tends to like thin out the body, make it actually kind of watery. I'm not getting a watery sensation on this at all. It's just the nitro is adding this lovely, creamy sensation. I don't think it actually enhances sweetness or anything. It's just more about texture. So like pumpkin pie up front, coffee in the back. And it's just real smooth the entire journey from beginning to end. Just this lovely, I was gonna say like it's a massage to your tongue, but I don't think I'd go that far. But it is just really smooth and creamy for an 8.6% ABV beer. This doesn't drink like it at all. Like I get like the tiniest little bit of like alcohol warmth, but it just doesn't strike me as like a big huge beer. But it doesn't strike me as a light beer either. So, I mean, it's got, plenty of weight to it. but it's like not like just like a punch in the face as far as flavor, and certainly not as far as alcohol or anything like that. Just for 8.6, this is real easy to throw back. Lovely cream lacing on the glass there. So as far as rating for the Cold Brew Coffee Nitro Pumking Nitro, whatever, yeah, it's good. I'm gonna go solid 4.0 on this one, maybe 4.25. It just, it's a nice variation on the original. I would love to see Warlock on Nitro or a Cold Brew Warlock. I mean, I think that would be awesome. But this is really good too. So, yeah, maybe 4.25 for Cold Brew Coffee Pumking Nitro. All right, so if you watch all the way to the end, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. I will see you for Tuesday night beer school. All right.